My name is Bob Melling and I am a Principal Compliance and Enforcement Officer within the Office of Fair Trading. This is a copy of the public information session we delivered in August and September 2014. Thank you for your time to watch this presentation about changes resulting from the repeal of the Property Agents and Motor Dealers Act 2000 and its replacement with the Property Agents Act, the Motor Dealers and Chattel Auctioneers Act and the Debt Collectors Act. We appreciate you are all busy people and appreciate your investment of time to learn these changes and how they impact on your business operations. In recognition of the different sectors, the UAC will replace the positive licensing regime currently imposed on collection agents under the PAMDA Act with a negative licensing regime while maintaining the positive licensing regime for field agent sector. The debt collection industry will be developed into two distinct specialisations, field agents and collection agents. Under the UAC, commercial agents will be known as debt collectors. Commercial agents will only need a licence if they collect debts face-to-face, run their own business which collects debts, are in charge of a debt collecting business which collects face-to-face, or a contractor working as a field agent. If you conduct this type of work, you will be transitioned into a field agent licence. Employees of licensed field agents will continue to be registered as field sub-agents. This will allow them to collect debts face-to-face. Employees will be transitioned to a field sub-agent registration certificate. Collection agents, individuals or corporations who collect debts by phone or in writing, not face-to-face, will be known as collection agents. You and any employees will not need a licence. However, you still must follow the laws as set out in the Act. For example, if you're appointed by a client, you will need to have an appointment in writing, regardless of whether or not you're required to hold a licence under the Act. You must also meet the suitability requirements. You must be at least 18 years of age, not have been convicted of a serious offence within the preceding 5 years, not be an insolvent under administration, not hold a field agent's licence or sub-agent registration certificate that is suspended, and not be subject to an order by a court or tribunal disqualifying the person from holding a licence, registration certificate, or performing a debt collection activity as a collection agent. Prosecution action under the UAC can be now taken against a sub-agent who misappropriates trust monies and other offences under the wrongful conversion and false account provisions of the Act. Prosecution action still includes collection agents who will no longer be licensed. Assigning an appointment. Under the UAC, the appointment document must cover services to be performed, fees, charges and commission when payable. The UAC does not regulate how to assign an appointment for debt collection and repossessions. There is no approved form. You must also ensure you don't breach the unfair contract provisions of the Australian Consumer Law. As part of the red tape reduction, under the UAC it will be easier to appoint a field agent as a process server. To be appointed as a process server, your client only needs to put the appointment in writing. Forms under the Debt Collectors Field Agents Collection Act. We anticipate the U forms will be released in a couple of weeks before the Act commences. We do not have a specific date, but expect it to be later this year. Please check the Office of Fair Trading's website and follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updates. Our details will be shown on the last slide of this presentation. Consultation with key stakeholders has been undertaken to test the usability of the forms as the forms are new. This has provided us with feedback on what aspects of the forms could be changed to improve functionality. The Code of Conduct will no longer be effective on repeal of the Property Agents and Motor Dealers Act. Under the Debt Collections, Field Agents and Collections Act, there will not be a standalone Code of Conduct that currently exists under the Property Agents and Motor Dealers Act. Instead, certain sections of the former Code of Conduct, including breaches and penalties, will be included in the regulations, example, conflict of duty or interest. Other former Code of Conduct breaches may be dealt with through other legislation such as the Australian Consumer Law, for example, harassment and coercion and unconscionable conduct, and the Australian Securities and Investment Commission.